I crashed the car. No, I didn't crash, but I crashed a little bit. So I was like, hang on, I just saw you last week. What's going on?
I energetically crashed. And then so I've been trying to keep moving forward, but taking smaller bites, and I really enjoyed reading the homework. I didn't get through the whole thing, but part of it said, like, if you just improve 2% every day, it's 24% at the end of the year. So I was like, okay, I can do 2%, because I think I was trying to like improve all the way all the time. It was too much.
Like, because every day we just need to shift a little bit instead of like focusing on just the whole thing.
Yeah. And like you said, to do 3 things, and that's enough.
Yeah, to build on your goal, because that 3 thing is actually this 3 thing is actually to move you towards the goal, but which means is also on top of that you have your housework you need to
right, the housework.
Yeah, and the usual stuff for the business.
Right.
Yeah.
How was your flight back?
It was so much smoother.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, on the way back is always easy from what is it west to east? Is that right? No. I can't remember, but like the best thing is because I left US in the evening, and then I got to Australia in the morning, so I pretty much slept through the 14 hours flight.
Perfect.
Yeah. I had a dinner, and then you sleep. The secret for overcoming the jet lag is you follow the time zone that as you landed. So as I landed, Calvin was busy, so Anna was very kindly to come and pick me up. So we got to catch up. And then I landed at 7 a.m. So we went out for breakfast, then meet up with the family for lunch, and then until like 8 p.m. that night. So it's still a little bit tired, but today is what, like Tuesday, my time. So Saturday morning. So 3 days, I don't feel like I'm really, sluggish. You know how some people say, oh, I'm so tired for the whole week to recover. But Sunday I was a bit tired, but yesterday I was just catching up. As you know, when you've been away, you come back to your business, you just
yeah.
Hey, remember the portfolio that you gave me? Do you post it interstate? Or can you post it interstate?
What?
Your business, the dessert that you gave me.
Can I mail it?
Yeah, cool. Because my girlfriend said, like, she said, oh, I eat this all the time. And I said, what do you think? And she said, this is really good. I said, yeah, she gave me you brought it to me on Monday, and I saw them on Thursday your time.
Was it the girlfriend from the Young Living?
Yeah, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she has a big community.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she was in Vegas for the animal conference. By sounds of it, they have the conference there quite often.
Wow.
Network.
Yeah.
I'll connect you guys. So if you can post it, then I'll say, hey, I'll connect you guys on Facebook. She's lovely. And
thank you.
So yeah, I should ask you, like, for an animal conference, you would love to listen to what they have got. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely go. I love that.
All right. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, let's celebrate our win for the last 7 days. I just make the link to the Facebook post in the chat. So would you like to put down your win for the last 7 days?
Yes. Wow. Trying to remember. Well, I had a personal breakthrough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. 7 days, man.
Personal break.
This is the thing, like when you say, oh, it's only the last 7 days, I can't even remember. So imagine at the end of the year when we try to do the reflections, like, did I do anything this year? So
yeah, that feels like a long time ago, but it was exactly a week ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's only a week ago that we did the breakthrough, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So have you
Yes.
managed to do the planning?
Planning?
The that after the breakthrough that you need to do your homework?
Oh, I just printed it out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna blame you for my being so tired. Maybe that had a lot
But
made me tired because I had a really challenging week just energetically.
hmm. You had a full week, like the
Yeah.
basically emotionally detox. It will get you tired, and that's why I say drink heaps of water. But the next day we went hiking. It was quite strenuous. And we drove.
Yeah. I never heard back from that woman, but I did emailed a connection.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes they might just take a week or two. So
Yeah.
and maybe Google her on Facebook.
Okay. I had I wanted to ask you a question or should I wait?
Do you want me to pause the recording?
No, I don't mind.
Ask me a question because interestingly, the rest of the gang are not here. So you
I know. Again, I get you all to myself.
Wow.
Lucky me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I hear so much talk about like manifesting and visualization and all of that. And I know it's real because everybody who is where I want to be all talks about manifesting. So, but I had two situations in the last 2 weeks that I felt like I almost manifested what I wanted. Like it was right in front of me, but not there. So I'm like wondering what's that about? So I had like 2 weeks ago, I was meditating and I got this like inspiration to go to Sprouts grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like you're going to meet a buyer there. It
Mm-hmm.
just was like the craziest. I was like, this is crazy, but whatever, I'm going with it. And I go in there and I get to the produce section, and this guy literally approached me and he's like, how are you? Where do I know you from? He was older and he was like, I'm actually looking to buy a house. But he was kind of, I think he might have been a little mentally
Mm-hmm.
off.
Yeah.
So I felt like, oh my God, had this meditation. I was like, go to Sprouts, you're going to meet a buyer. And it all happened, except I don't think he's actually a buyer. And then it happened again today when I was like, go to the plant store.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the plant store. I'm in the parking lot returning with my plants, and parked in front of me is someone from British Columbia. Now I start talking with him, and he's like, I used to invest in real estate here, but we've sold everything. So it was like, again, it was like, oh my gosh, it's like right around me. I feel like the universe is like dangling a carrot in front of me, and I don't know how to get it.
When they're in front of you, what would you do? When he said, I used to be an investor, what would you do? Well, how would you respond to his story?
I just said, like, oh, that's wonderful. Tell me more. And he's like, well, I've sold everything now, and we spend but we kept one place because we like to spend part of the year here and part of the year in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a lot of connection, but I felt that something just went down. You got the excitement, but then something.
Because I felt like I feel like I'm so close to something actually happening, but then there's like a huge, feels so close but so far away.
Mm. What is the reason you feel so far away? The man was right. The two men was right in front of you.
Yeah,
You almost like it's within your arm, which is like grabbing, like tell me more. But of course,
yeah.
you,
Like
you'll be like,
the first guy, I got his number.
Yeah.
But I'm also like not so sure about,
Yeah.
because he seemed kind of mentally off.
Well, you wouldn't know until you find out more, isn't it? It's just that when he asks, "Oh, why don't you come to my home?" Of course, we don't just go to someone's home.
Yeah.
But he said, "Oh, let's meet for coffee," and this is very common in a public place. Then you can check him out.
Yeah.
So he is. You did the right thing to say, "Oh, okay. Could I get your number and we'll talk more?" Because at the
Hmm.
it's not like somewhere you want to, unless Sprouts, do they have coffee place? Sometimes I can't remember.
No, that's Whole Foods.
Yeah, I remember Whole Food that they actually have a coffee place. It's like,
Yeah.
coffee, but obviously it's not the right environment to sit down and say, okay, let me take down your details and see how I can help. But now he has voluntarily giving you the number. You did the right thing. Okay. But I think you already expected is our expectation of, oh, the sale will be just like this.
Right.
Is that what your expectation, or what is it that you said, like, it seems so close but yet so far? Like, that is a really important mindset that we have into. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like these things I'm thinking about, and they're coming into my life, but then it's like, yeah, drops, because I'm like, well, he might be a little crazy. I'm not sure.
Could be crazy, but he might have a lot of money.
I know. I know. I guess, yeah.
But I'm a bit crazy too. If you meet me at a supermarket, I get excited to say, "Oh, is she mental?"
Yeah.
So we don't know, but maybe he is just really out there, and he might be an unusual guy. I mean, obviously he sounds unusual that at the supermarket say, "Hey, I want to buy a house," but maybe he's
Yeah.
upstairs telling him she's the one who will help you.
Yeah.
Remember Anna's story? Anna and I did not meet on Facebook. Anna actually went to a function. We had a mutual friend that invited to us to both function. I thought like, oh, it crushed me out. You went, but I thought like I need to be there. I just knew that I need to be there. But Anna actually knew she's going to meet someone. Because she said, oh, there's many people told me, oh, her friend is actually, one of her friends was actually a coach and been asking her to be, to coach her. But she said, nah, not this friend. But like Anna went to the function and met me, and she knew it.
And she had a feeling she's gonna meet you.
She knows
Yeah.
she's going to meet someone, and and she will be working with me. I didn't know that, but I followed the protocol. I get to know her, had a coffee, invited her to the 7 day soul journey, but then she got sick. And then she said, Catherine, just tell me what I need to do. I said, okay, all right. I have a container, it's the next level, join that, and then we officially start working. Then she started doing the 7 day soul journey.
Okay.
It,
Yeah,
it,
that's a similar experience to what I'm having, except I'm like, oh, it's a weirdo. But yeah, maybe I'll just have like, yeah, I think the point is I need to reach out and explore it a little more. Yeah.
you got it, girl. Like, can you see the difference after the breakthrough? Like, you are open up to the US, you much more ready to receive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because that's just
Yeah.
already, it seemed like within 7 days, it's like two people drop right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's just, again, it's very similar to Evie. If you're watching the replay, the day well, as I said, Evie, we did a longer breakthrough, but like the day we finished the breakthrough, her current partner, now she call him partner,
Right.
call her on the same night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. I don't know that they'll end up being clients, these two people, but maybe I just need to have some faith that maybe they know someone, or I don't know how it'll um develop yet.
Yeah, exactly. But the fact is, we will become the average 5 people we spend time with. So if when this gentleman say, well, we used to invest in USA, so he probably a bit elderly as well. Some people would just say, oh, it's too much work now. We just sell it and have the cash sitting in the bank, enjoying it. So he sounds like he still have 2 properties, isn't it? One in Vancouver and one in Vegas. Means his network. It's not like you go after his network, but when you get to know him, it's like, I think a lot of people love to mentor people who have wanting to do better. So
Mm-hmm.
the second gentleman I actually said, wow, sounds like you're so experienced. Like, he said, could I learn from you? So it's not like, oh, when you want to buy a property, call me. But it's more about, I would love to know more about your experience. I would love to
Mm-hmm.
know more about your thoughts. And for me, I actually go and ask, like, my 8 figures earner friends. I'll say, hey, I want to know about your beliefs, how it is taking
Right.
you to the next level.
8 figures? That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed people who are like 6-figure earners, even just 6 figures, just like they think differently. So that's why I'm saying I know this stuff is real, because the people who I know who are doing well are all doing that. So I
It's
just like,
more
maybe I'm doing it wrong, just
how we
panicking
do
and
it wrong. How we have been, you remember, I have always, how we have been brought up in the society is we boxed.
yeah.
Remember, I often said, like, psychology gave me a lot of good stuff, but I'm trained within a boundary. I mean, if you were my psychology client, if I was in Vegas, I had to hide myself from you.
Hide?
Yeah, I can't see you. I can't even go and have a coffee with you. Can't even go.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But as coaching is like, well, yeah, there are times we do serious work when we're doing coaching, but we could go and have fun. And I believe we had a lot of fun. Well, I did have,
Yeah,
yeah.
me
So
too.
that's the difference of, you can see, like, as I said, I have multiple 6 figures business and I want to reach to the 7. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big gap, but I'm hanging out with friends that have already reached the 7 figures. And they say, yep, Catherine, just, as you said, what the booklet is very important, the 2 millimeter shift. I'm just shifting it. So my girlfriend told me, I said, well, tell me, like, I have made all these $100,000, 100K here and there, but to get to the 1 million seems like so far away. And they said, okay, you have done it, you can do it, because we are in a container that we all have been where you were, Catherine, but only focus on, for you right now, focus on the every 10K that you get. So every 10K to 100K and every 100K to get to 100K. So that helped me to shift my thinking. It's not no longer fun, it is possible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For your 5 figures business is how do we go to reach to 100? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Business. And it's happening for you now. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you. It is happening. Okay. It's just great timing, because today we're going to talk more about this manifestation. Is not, people will all say, oh, all these woo people, like, you need to for 3-4 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't really 3-4 hours a day, right? But even when you are out in the mountain, that was so majestic already, that you draw into those feelings, that you allow your heart to be free, you allow your brain to be free, have this dance. Okay, does that help? Like, have I answered your question? I know I have, like, jumped into a rabbit hole. It's like, this is so exciting.
Yeah, I think just, just keep doing, just keep going, and be patient, and maybe that's is out.
Okay, so now we'll do the intention, but let's do the intention after the talk. Okay, so
Okay.
the second link is, okay, I mean, I know we did last week, but now think about before you met me, and as who you were, and compared to yourself, who you are right now. What have you noticed the differences? It's not just because of me you met me, but because I make you do work too. So what are the differences that you have noticed within yourself? What are the differences that you have made?
Well, I feel more open, and feel a desire to do more things, and feel like if I keep doing the work, I'll be able to get where I want to go.
Mhm.
And I feel the other thing that I is tied to what I was just talking about is both those places that I went, like Lowe's, the plant store, and Sprouts, they're both so in alignment with who I am. Cause like before I don't know, I'm just gonna make something up. If I'm like, okay, I need to find a client, I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna go to Walmart, for example. Well, I hate Walmart. I only go in there if I absolutely have to. It makes me feel bad. I don't want to be in there. But so I'm going to places that are in alignment with who I am, and then I'm meeting interesting people. So I feel yeah, like I'm more in alignment and um feel more okay with being who I am because it's not who I thought. Like I wanted to be a little different, but I'm just a nature girl, so I just gotta own it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can put makeup on and everything, but where really touch our soul is all the natural well-being stuff. Okay, means nothing with more Walmart doing business, but for them it's like a lot of things are plastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the whole food, the plant place is nature. So you have a standard. You live
Yeah.
because a lot of people go to Walmart, not necessarily go to Sprout, because Walmart is kind of here. Your standard is here. So when you
Mm-hmm.
your standard, when you go to places and when you say you align, even with the energy, when you go into even go to Sprout is for those who not familiar with America, is like our whole food store here. Okay, organic stuff. Okay, so people who go there, you realize that the shopper, what do you notice of the shopper when you go to Sprout? Compare you going to like CVS.
Yeah. Usually they care about their well-being, and their health and their fitness and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So both or mostly would say your frequency, not necessarily match all the time, but why not be that far? But if you go to
Mm-hmm.
Walmart, the reason you hate go to Walmart, not hate, but not finding uncomfortable to Walmart is their frequency might be lower. You feel a bit of like, I don't feel comfortable.
I had a panic attack in there once just because I felt such bad energy and the fluorescent lighting.
Yeah. My heart normally is like, ugh. Is there something wrong? Like I just look around for like, hang on. We notice the energy.
Yeah.
We pick it up because we are empath. I mean, in this container, actually, most of us are empath. We feel so much, but
Mm.
not necessarily feel for about our feeling, not feeling bad, our feeling not good, but it's about feeling about others.
Mm-hmm.
We pick up others, so we need to learn to protect ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like next time when we know, it's like it's okay. Is it me? Is this feeling within myself? Is this thought came from myself? If not, that return to sender.
Mm-hmm.
That's not me. Like
Yeah.
we have this protection. Okay. So I'm glad. So you're ready for the next level because what I prepare for yourself for all of us today is the heart and the brain. Is when like for example using that gentleman as if like is he really together? So our brain, our heart often feels something. You follow your intuition. Like let's go to Sprout today. You follow
Mm-hmm.
your intuition. You went, you did your stuff, and someone came up. He is not of the people that you normally hang out together. Maybe he even dressed a little bit alternatively. It's like, do you have money to buy a house? You're not even wearing a suit, or your clothing have a bit of holes here and there. But you'll be surprised how many people wearing a torn t-shirt going to buy a Porsche. And
No, I know. That thought crossed my mind. I was like, crazy people need homes too.
exactly crazy.
Yeah.
I have actually billions of dollars sitting in the bank, and you just know
Yeah.
you can afford to be crazy.
Yeah.
Be him. Okay, but remind yourself that I shine just being myself.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing yourself to shine because you didn't go and approach these two gentlemen. They actually came and talked to you. Means
Yeah.
attracted to you.
Right.
And I don't know whether you remember, like if you get onto the call or listen to the call, and I always say, Catherine, I can see you sparkle.
Yeah.
Where's the sparkle?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the energy we project. Okay. Like you have been with me in person. A lot of my friends actually say, Catherine, I can smell you before you enter the room. This I use a lot of essential oils, also natural remedy. But none of them said, and would say, oh, that's so disgusting. They always say, oh, it smells so good. Whenever you're here, we're so calm.
Mm.
So those are the energy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And into the room when I'm having a bad day, I'll say, sorry guys, I'm not in a great day today. You're having a good day, but I'm here. So, but the fact is, they can pick up my energy as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's yours. You have very positive energy, but coming with the confidence that this is me, I'm happy and I'm happy. I don't have to apologize for that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact is, our heart would follow our intuition often, but our brain, which is the intellectual of the reality, everything has to be logical. You don't even dress well. How would you be able to afford to buy a house? Is there
Mm-hmm.
anything written on the stone say everyone must dress in a three-piece suit before they can buy a house?
Mm-mm.
But does that make sense? But we look at people and say, oh, we associate people who go into a nice hotel, dress well, must be able to afford everything. But we don't know. We can't even see their bank account balance. Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then do we allow our brain to often stop us to follow our intuition? Okay. Because often I learn so much that this is the way I always say, remind myself, okay, listen to the small still voice. Like, for example, I often drive the same route to go back home, right? We all do. We have this
Yeah.
route to go home. But then a small still voice like, now make a left turn here to go around. And I say, what? That's the most direct way. That's the way we've been. But then need to do, I know that what I missed the left turn. And then I realized that there was a car accident right in front of us. We stuck there for an hour. But if I make a left turn and go from the back of we leave around the mountain so we can go up to the mountain and come back down, I would have made home straight away. But
Mm-hmm.
so many of these experiences that ignore this small still voice, or like for yourself, like you have this thought. Then we say, oh, don't be silly. I just went to supermarket yesterday. Don't go to Spark today. But you trust your intuition, follow it, and go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And often when you meet people, it's like the first one is like asking for the number. Then just say, oh, would you mind to give me a number? But often it's like, don't be stupid. You just met a stranger and you ask people for your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
But can you hear my tone of voice? That when we go with the flow, we often is very ease and flow. And then when we become anxious, like, oh, don't be silly, don't be like, what would people think? Then you get more anxious. So the energy is very different.
Mm.
Okay. So now let's go into get started with the teach today. So the 7 days booklet is actually for you to look at the psychology and the limiting beliefs. Because we often say, oh, someone asked me to sell $1 million house. Am I really capable of it?
Mm-hmm.
We always often have this limiting beliefs like, oh, I'm only used to selling the 500,000, so I'm not sure it's. But like the person came and asked you, if the person don't think you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
so that is our limiting belief that is stopping us moving forward. Okay, so a lot of is like, as we have helped you to clear the negative, feelings. So now it's
Mm-hmm.
now more open, and things seems like just so naturally coming to you. Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do for everyone as well, for those who watch the replay, Tayi, the heart and the brain tango. Have you done the tango before, the dance?
Yeah.
So like both, like it's different to other ballroom dancing. Tango is actually you have to put the energy together as well to feel your partner, the move.
Mm-hmm.
But whether it's other ballroom, like for us female, we just like make sure we have the frame and let them like guide us. But tango is you need to put in.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, it's not that you need to put in, but like, when they push you, like, when, how often they
Right. Yeah. I
You
know
know,
what you
like,
mean.
yeah, I'm there, but they push you, you fall down, right? But you have to
Yeah.
go straight. Okay. So with
Mm-hmm.
our heart and our brain, it's like we cannot just let one to dominant. If we just let our brain to be dominant, we just go with the logic.
Mm-hmm.
Heart is a feeling. So we need to know how to balance our feelings and our thinking. All right. So what is it that we could do to synchronize the heart and the brain meditation? What do you notice when you meditate?
Um, well, I feel more grounded and calm, and feel like my day has a nicer flow to it after meditating.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good. All right. So the dance occur when people relax and open their focus to the space. So when you watch people dance, do they look down or they look up and they, focus to their surrounding? Okay.
Yeah.
So when you place your attention in your heart, remember I often said where your focus go, where your energy flow. Okay. So as we breathe in to allow our heart to be open, means we'll be more creative, open up our emotional state so that your heart will be even receiving more. Could you remember that? I want you to bring yourself back to the time that you meditate yesterday, the last couple of days, that when you receive that, it's time go to sprout. It's time to go to the nursery or the fun place.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that energy is even with you now when you allow
Mm-hmm.
bring that back. Okay. So that means that it's not only that you want to see your heart being coherent, then this has become your new normal about opening to this energy. Okay. And which means when you're open, your heart receives more different energy and you'll feel the vibration of your body as well, because our heart is one of the center of the intelligence. Remember the brain, the heart, and the gut other. So this one, because the heart is so important that they're pumping blood supply to the rest of the body. So imagine when your heart receiving new energy, what is it going to pass to the rest of your body?
Mm.
Okay. So when we become more creative, as you are the writer, when you become more creative, what will happen?
When I become more creative, what will happen? I become more and more creative the more I do it.
Yeah. The writing is just like ease and flow, isn't it? You just going.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the morning as I arrive your home? It's like, oh no, Catherine will be here for 4 minutes, but I have something to do. And
Yeah.
hey, Catherine, why don't you come and help? I felt like the copywriter asking me the me no English person to help you to write your email. I was like, okay, I'm here. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But then as we say, okay, let's focus on that. Can you experience the flow, right? I feel like, oh, I know what you want to say, but how would you feel about this? And you felt that, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Can you see that the flow when we are open up to it? Because you were so kind to open your home to me, you're so kind to open up your time to take me out to experience wages. So that free flowing is like, both energy match, and the way I thought how I would write a formal email, that's just how I normally would write. But for you, you feel like, oh, this is the way that I'll go about it too. So that was so simple and straightforward. Because I've seen some other, oh no, I don't like this wording. Like, it take hours to compose an email, but we match. So that's the energy. So that's the benefit of having two people cross with our energy.
Mm-hmm.
But today, let's focus on our heart and our brain. Okay. So when we start to have a conversation between our heart and our brain, remember the heart pump the blood, go to the brain with the energy. It will be really interesting. Okay. That's where we bring more coherence within ourselves. And what will happen? Our brain and our body will get more excited because something is happening between these two centers. it creates higher amplitude, okay, higher energy, and help us to have a awakening in our brain. Okay, our brain is like, actually, there's more. Don't just follow the old neural pathway. When there's new energy, means that we're doing something new in our brain to create a new neural pathway. Okay, which I have mentioned that so many times. When we are awakening with that, then when we have the new neural pathway, our body will feel more being exuberance. That is more energetic, more open to new things, doing new stuff. Because when I watch you jumping on from rocks to rocks on the Red Canyon, Red Rock Canyon, I'm like, that is so exciting. And you're holding your pee, your dog as well, for like, you are in your element.
Yeah.
Even physically we were tired, but like you'd be like, this is so good.
Mhm.
So remember that, and you can amplify with it. Allow your body to empathize it. Okay. So therefore, your heart have this receiving news energy and telling your brain that it is okay, it is safe to be creative, to be you.
Mhm.
So you can see your writing become, more open. And then as you raise your consciousness from survival, because right now a lot of us, as I said, we have managed all this year. We have been surviving throughout whatever reason or struggle we have. We survive, we manage. But a lot of us are actually tired of being just having the survival. We want to do more. Okay. So when we have this feeling, being able to being creative, feeling this awaken, we raise our consciousness. Okay. Remember Tuesday morning, you and I have this consciousness level being connected together out of the survival to do. So we see the new possibility. So we are no longer trapped. It's like, oh, I don't have money. But we say, there are new possibility. We might not actually have the money in the bank yet, but we know there's so much possibility coming our way. We feel different. So therefore, our energy flowing out in a positive way. Okay. So we get our analytical mind to start dreaming of the new possibility, how we could change, how we could expand our life. So this is going to be more exciting, all right? And how simple it is. Like for you and I, we can share this common scenery of looking up from the Red Rock to the Vegas Street. It's like, how vast is it? For those who have not shared the same experience. But think about it, when you're standing on top of a mountain looking out to the wide open, and from far, for those who live in Melbourne, from the top of Mount Dandenong looking out to the city of Melbourne, how vast is it? What are the possibilities?
Mhm.
Now take notice of what your heart is feeling, Alicia.
Mhm.
From the, like, you actually jump further. I mean, I couldn't climb the rock. I was like, oh, okay, you go. But the vastness,
Yeah.
it's great. Coolest. For me, I have anchor. Remember, for me, for Wednesday night, I went to watch the water show, and I just sat there for 3 hours at the restaurant. I just, you know, allow myself to melt into the scene, have like looking at the water show. It's
Mhm.
so that's my anchor of feeling like giving myself the permission to enjoy.
Mhm.
Watching all these people, like, are probably one of the most casual person in the restaurant, and all these couples or ladies and gentlemen all in suit or like evening gown, or like, oh, okay, I didn't know that they have a space. I just said, I want to have a dinner here, and they opened up for me. So, but that was so beautiful, and
Mhm.
we all could do that to bring that in, and you can do this, as you meditate and open up your heart and allow your brain to feel safe. Because often when we say, oh, don't do that, is our brain is trying to keep us safe. Because when we step into the unknown, there's a risk.
Mhm.
How do you feel about when I take a step of faith forward? It's still risk, but you feel like there's so much possibility for me to take this step of faith forward. Does that
Mhm.
help? Okay.
Mhm.
So once we have realized that we make this arousal in our brain is the sympathetic neural system, start to balance the energy between the heart and the brain, which we're really talking about the coherence. Okay, so we move between our brain and our heart so that our brain wave will slow down. Okay, this is what we're talking about. The brain wave of the theta, the alpha, and the beta.
Mm.
The three brain wave. Often when we are stressed, we are operating on the beta brain wave.
Mm-hmm.
What about the theta and the alpha? This is easily, you go to YouTube to say theta brainwave, alpha brainwave. They will tell you you can use theta and alpha brainwave for study, for focus on work. Okay, so you can do the research. But for this, we need to understand that how we have our heart acting as the carrier of the wave to go to the brain, all right, to help us to have this harmonic state, have this coherence, so that we experience the alpha, the theta, coherence, as well as ultimately the gamma brainwave. Okay, this is all standing wave that riding a rhythm on one of the other. So what is really surprising me, like, that we look at this is like, especially for those who play music, okay, or those who you guys have heard me to play my crystal singing bowl. All right, it's just really the rhythm and the flow. I don't have a music sheet in front of me which bowl to hit, but as I started and allowing to be opened up, it just followed. Okay, so it's actually this Friday 8 p.m. Our 8 p.m. would be
2.
2 a.m. Okay, yep, I'll do the recording for you. Okay,
Thank you.
well, we'd always have the record. Okay, so can you understand? Can you feel that energy flowing in your body now? That
I can.
You can, right?
Mhm.
So Sunway travel further from the source. Okay, let me see. Okay, so which mean again is the energy is the frequency interacting in the matter of our air, of our walls, our waters, and all these. But as you say, as you enter into certain places, you pick up the negative energy. But doesn't mean that they will just sit there. We just need to protect ourselves. It's like, okay, hold our breath, hold our statue. It's okay. I'm here for a purpose. Finish that and walk out. But I'm sure that you can find some of the product from other than like Walmart. But now, they will have a lot of things. So what do we need to know right now is the intensity for the brain to speed up, to make it faster, to reach the gamma brainwave pattern. Okay, so this is really important for our brain to actually understand that how we can have receive this gamma within our body to be consciously aware. As we meditate is good, but often once we finish meditation, we go back into our unconscious mind. This is how I drive my car from my home to my son's school. So we go into this autopilot, means going back to the old self.
Mhm.
Raise our vibration, but then it's like, yeah, that's good. But when the universe come down, it's like, this is the old vibration. That's not really matching me. Okay, so how do we carry this throughout the day?
Mhm.
So if you get to see my phone, I actually say, I have an alarm. Money loves me, I love money. So remember to raise that. Often I say, you're funny, but like, yeah, I love money. Okay. So this is a coherence that will help us to move closer to the present moment. Is the here and now. When I say, oh, but how do I stay focused to do my task? Then I say, I give all into this moment. Like I'm doing coaching right now, but I still have how many report I need to write. But no, here right now, I'm here with Alicia. So I'm giving all here.
Mhm.
Sometimes when we're doing something, we have all these little birdie.
Yeah.
But we are not 100%. We get distracted. That's why we say multitasking is not actually very good. When you do one thing, just do one thing. And then you focus and you finish. Okay, it's the present moment that we need to pay attention to. All right, so that we feel safe to create from the unknown. Because often we talk about unknown is an uncertainty and no one like uncertainty. But the fact that we stay the same, don't do anything different, because we don't know. If we do the same thing, we know the same result will come. But is this all you want in life? Just the same thing, deja vu, every day, doing the same thing. But we
Mm-mm.
see the new possibility. But if we keep only looking out for the same thing, means we operating out of our limited state of mind and body. Okay, I repeat again. Self-limiting state of mind and body. So which means we just go into the automatic mode.
Mhm.
Just over and over again. I'm not saying like baking a cake, just do different things. If you need to have the same cake, like you have a business, you need to produce a consistent. Yeah. But what is it that we could become more creative in your business?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, can you see how possible is it for us now to see the new possibility instead of focusing on our old state?
Yeah.
Cool. All right then. So the homework is go to the chat. I put up this new post for the intention. So after what you have learned today, what would you say right now is the biggest takeaway? What you have learned today is quite new, like it's a little bit beyond just meditation. It's about when we meditate, how we open up to receive.
Yeah. It's changing the energy. Biggest takeaway is to change the energy in my body in order to be open to receive the things I need for my journey.
Okay, good. Could I add one more word for you? That is the take action.
Is what?
Can I add one more vocabulary into your daily?
Yeah.
Because we talk about unknown, we talk about possibility. But for us, would you like to be more curious? What would be next? Instead of saying, oh, this is the outcome. He looks a bit crazy, so therefore he has no money. But curious about, interesting. What brought you to talk to me about you want to buy a home? I'm curious what kind of home you would like to have. So instead of making a conclusion, because we make the conclusion, oh, how would you have money to buy a house? Or, oh, I'm curious. Where is it that you think I could help you to buy a house? Oh, I'm curious. What kind of houses that you're looking for? I'm curious. Is it for yourself or for your family? Can you see like the conclusion is shut down the possibility? But when we are curious, we open up all the possibility and our heart are ready to receive and our brain is like, what? I want to know, because our brain also will become curious instead of just
right.
Is that more? I want to know more.
Yeah. I can be curious.
Well, it's not can be or not, can be or should. It's like, would you choose to be curious? It's our choice. You can choose not to. I wasted an hour with Catherine. What possibility? What brainwave like? But you say, okay, you look at all these successful people or people who you know. What do they talk about? They don't just say, work hard, save every penny that you earn. Or we say, there's so much possibility.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, let's take a couple of minutes to write down what are your intentions for the week since you learned something quite new.
Okay, I'm just going to add to because I wrote my intentions earlier. So I wrote, oh wait, I wrote them. So I'll write another one.
Or have you put in your intention, but check your own intention and see whether you want to upgrade it.
Yeah. Now I realize why having a closed heart is such a problem with creating the life you want.
Interesting. Christine just replied to our chat. It's like, I'm coming. I thought, oh,
No? Oh, does she not?
my time. Oh, hang on. What is it? We have moved our time forward. So which means will be her 9 p.m. Is it?
They already moved their time?
Have they moved their time? No, Australia moved our time.
We didn't move ours yet. Maybe she didn't realize.
So she's Winston, Salem, Melbourne, 10 a.m. is her 7 p.m. Oh, yeah. It's actually for you guys, we move an hour backward. All this daylight. When is your daylight saving?
It's like, I think it starts around November 1st, around there,
Yeah, I
very
remember
soon.
big mess when Australia changed and then American changed and then like, yeah.
Okay. I upgraded my intentions.
Excellent. So, oh, Christine. Poor Christine.
Is she here? Is she coming?
She's like, what? Okay. We still have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was with hello.
Hey,
Hi.
It's
you
not
can have the microphone for the last 5.
So what, did you have a daylight savings time thing go on or something?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
No, don't apologize. Like we have, obviously, not everyone get to see the post all the time, but then do you have a daylight saving in November as well? Because Alicia said daylight saving for America is in November.
Yeah, we've got one coming up.
You move the clock backward or forward?
Backwards.
Backwards. Okay, then it will become your 6 p.m. then, is it? I get lost. I do have you know what? I have an app called Time Buddy. So when I get confused in America. When I was in America, I was like Melbourne, okay, Melbourne, and okay, Vegas is 4 p.m. Okay. Then when I call my husband, like, what did you ask? It's like it's 4 a.m. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so we spoke about the heart and the brain tango today. Okay, so I'll get once we've done the editing, I'll send it to you for you to Christine to watch that. So it will be very important for. Besides this, you guys have been doing meditation now, but I'm going to bring it up one more level. Is how we're going to open our brain, not open our brain, open our heart, and so allow our heart to receive the new energy from the sources that we call to. And then it will amplify our energy to the brain to allow it to feel safe, to be more creative. Because our brain is a logical one. We often say, okay, I feel like this is the house for me. I can feel it, but your brain is like, but this is not quite the fit. Okay, Christine is smiling. It's like, yeah, I often have that experience. And then we miss out. And then it's like, when after someone flipped the house, it's like 3 times more. Okay. All right, Christine, how could I serve you today? In terms of, do you have any questions in your business or your personal life in terms of how could I help you to move forward?
So Alyssa, I think it was yours. I saw that you were doing batch stuff
Yeah.
with Canva, and I need to know how to do that. How do I get a bunch of stuff created so that I'm not like 4 nights a week trying to come up with a post?
Right. Well, can I answer that, Catherine?
Sure.
You don't have to ask permission. She asked you.
I know, but I was like, it's
You
not my,
ignored me,
I'm like,
Christine,
you're the
ignored
coach. I'm the student.
Of course, this is why we are here together. It's like,
But actually I love to help other people because I've gotten so much help with that kind of stuff because I really had no clue. So do you have a Canva account?
Since I'm an educator, I get to go on free, but they're like verifying I'm an educator right now.
Okay.
So right now I get
first-
to use the free stuff.
Okay, so I started with the free stuff, but I upgraded to pro and it's not expensive at all. It's like it's under $20 a month and it's worth it. So, but regardless, that you'll have the same, I think almost the same features. So you go in, I go into templates
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna look at it. So
I'll give you share screen so you can show Christine.
oh, okay, cool.
So you can share screen. You know how to do share screen?
Um,
Bottom of your screen, it's the green arrow.
oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the only colored one. Okay,
Here you go.
share.
You.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 6 pages here. So what I did is I went in, I created a folder for real estate, and I added a whole bunch of pages. And then I'll go to the bottom and I'll add a new one. I'm
Wow,
really proud of this one. I haven't posted it yet.
so good.
Okay, so are these under the Facebook post templates?
I'll show you. So I'm going to add page. So I do it on Instagram. I start with an Instagram post.
Does it
And-
matter? Because I don't have one, Instagram. I only have Facebook.
Oh no, Facebook is fine. So so you go in, go to Facebook post, and then later when you get pro, here it says resize, and you just click,
Oh, okay.
and then it'll change it for you. Sometimes you
Cool.
have to go in and adjust it a little, but sometimes it's easy, it goes perfectly. So you have all these things you can change it to, anything.
Wow.
And then I go into templates and I'm like, okay, like today I wanted to do something for a kitchen, but I really like doing collage. And you could be specific, like 3 photo collage. And I scroll through here and I'm like, okay, I like that one. And then I'm like, but I don't know if it'll look good or not. And then I'm like, okay, so I'll try another one. And then I go, okay, those are perfect. And then I go to uploads. And I'm like, okay, I want to show. So these are photos I've uploaded recently. Just I send them to my email and then I download to my computer and upload them
okay.
here. And then I'm like, okay, perfect. I slide that
Oh,
over.
drag and drop. Nice.
Drag and drop. I don't want flowers there. So I'm going to delete that. And then it's done because I used a template, and I don't always use a template, but it just takes longer. And then at the end, I have all of these. So I have 8 pages. And so I posted this on Monday, this on Tuesday. There is a way to actually do it so it automatically does it, but I'm not at that level yet. And then over here, you press share, and then you go to download, and I find it better just to download one at a time, like depending on the day, because otherwise it's like this whole file and it confuses me. And then I'm like, okay, there's current page, and then download, and then you're ready to go.
Okay, where's it downloading to? Is it just your computer or is it going to Facebook or Instagram?
I'll show you. Okay.
You
There
can
you
download
go.
to the computer.
So I go here. Okay, page 4. So I go done. Download. Okay, now it should here. It's on my, can you see that bar down
Oh,
there?
yep. Uh-huh.
And then go here to Instagram. And then that's the wrong page. So oops. Oh, bummer. Okay. Mm. Okay, it doesn't matter because I'm not actually going to post it. And then I go here. Oh, you don't have Instagram.
Facebook.
Hang on. Okay. Facebook. Then I go to my here. So see there, that was my last one. I wrote my copy and then I posted it, and
So pretty.
thanks. I'm really enjoying creating creating all of it. Like I love doing it, which I never knew I did before. So that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
And then I go here.
Okay, so these are the images that you're uploading to your post and you're still writing out the post up top.
Yeah. Yes. And so that's when, so I'm posting there. Whoops. I have to get a new computer. This is 7 years old. Apple served me well, but
Well, you
Time
know,
for a little upgrade.
yeah. Oh, okay. So then let's say, for example, oh, copy. So here I have in a Google Doc where I write copy. So this is about a rent to own program with Home Partners of America. Our program provides transparency, choice, control, and flexibility to our residents. So I go in and just start writing. Oh, my computer can't handle all this. I go in and just start writing my copy, like, looking to buy and sell. And then I'll just copy that. So I'll have Canva and then I'll have Google Docs and then come in and, oh, that was from before, buy or sell. And then I'll just drag that over there. And then it's done. But yeah, you have to write up the stuff ahead of time and do the Canva ahead of time. And then you just post it like one a day, and you work on it all day for the whole week. Does that
Okay,
make
I
sense?
guess that's what I'm gonna have to write. So
Yeah.
about how much time do you spend on that one day that you're working on
Not
this
as long,
stuff?
not as long as you'd think, because when I use the templates and I already have the photos that I'm always gathering, and once you get going, you just get really into it. So I probably spent like an hour to make 6 different Canva posts, and then as soon as I look at the photo, I already get inspired by the writing. So like I remember, like, I'll look at this and be like, I put coffee in the corner there, so it's like, sit down and enjoy a cup of coffee with this incredible golf course view. You deserve it. Looking to upgrade your view? Contact me today to see how I can help you find your dream home. Like, I do the hour worth of Canva, and then probably like takes me 20 minutes to do write something like that for 6 of them. So like an hour and a half. It's not as big as it seems.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you just do that a week at a time?
Yeah. And then it's like, it's amazing because I've been planning on doing batch work for almost a year, and I just started doing it. And so I'll show you my Instagram because I'm starting to look at it and think like, oh my God, I want to work with her. I'm like, wait, that's you.
Hey, that's a good sign you're doing it right.
So, but I'll show you the difference between, because you weren't on the call earlier, but me and Catherine were talking about like once you start being creative, it just like snowball, like you just get more and more creative and it just flows. So like, okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so this was before, just blah blah blah, boring kind of. That's kind of cute. Feng shui, I love feng shui, but it didn't have like a vision behind it. And then so this is just now, this part is in the last week
Yeah.
or so. And it looks so much more professional, right?
They look great.
You can
So
feel
that's all
it as
from
well.
Canva Pro.
Yeah, that's really you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, because I want, okay, so I want to start this Facebook group.
Yeah.
And Catherine, I've got your circles. Of course, this is a mess. I don't know if y'all can see this because
Yep.
yeah. So I've got all the circles and everything on, things to talk about. That's like my personal posting thing.
Hmm.
And then I want to do the Facebook group. Now, does the Facebook group, would that follow kind of the same pattern of posts?
Facebook group, you can actually schedule your post. That's why, remember I said let's meet, because you're going to the 12 months program. Remember that your package is 100 hours of VA. So I will help you to connect with the VA. Then at least, depends on how you want to do it, is let's say Alicia hasn't moved in yet, but she said she want to do the building a website. So I quote like 20 hours for the basic building. But then for your group is like, we at least would do at least 1 hour a day, Monday to Friday, to help you to organize your group. Okay. So that's where our next meeting, you and I need to speak about that. You will give us your login. BS Beth is my VA. So at the moment, our group is not that big in terms of the mastermind. So she will be managing your account. So you feel more comfortable someone to manage your account. And as long as you do your post, because the before and after algorithm is important for people to see us. Because remember, some of your posts is like not getting clicked because we haven't done the algorithm. But once you have the algorithm, can you see the difference of getting 10, 20, 50, 100?
Yeah. Oh, and I hit 1,000 friends today.
Congratulations. Yeah. Okay. So it's a lot for us to learn. Like, Alicia actually got the, the artistic eye. So, I'll see as our container grow, we have a artistic director, among us. It's like, no.
Yes. And I want to come up with a good name for the group.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's the finances, it's the health and wellness. Just kind of like everything that they should have taught us in school and didn't. And I don't know if that's like too long of a name.
Yeah. I would suggest is, in the elite groups, what you do is do a poll. It's like financial education, poll 1, or freedom to finances, or then get
I was even trying to come up with like not really an acronyms, but like when the first letter of each of the words, and then they make a word.
Yeah.
So I was like whole educational movement. W was for wealth accumulation and protection. H was for health and wellness. O was for opportunity. L was for lifestyle, and E was everything else.
So it's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for like all those things you wish they had taught you in school and didn't.
Mhm.
Okay. So what you do is create to test this, test the post in the elite group. So this is about 20 of us. So we will have 20 different people bring together to help you. And then once you feel confident, then you can go to on your own post on your personal page to say, hey, I need help, and see what people vote for and what is popular, what drawn people to. Does that make sense?
Great.
Yeah.
Yes. So how many options should I put out on the poll?
Up to you.
Like 3 to 5? Maybe
to
no more,
5.
like no more than how many?
Probably no more than 6, because then
Okay.
you split, but like if you have something like whole, like say, oh, what does whole stand for? Or something, that is not really my clever thinking of like acronym. Yeah.
Maybe
Because then even
integrative.
like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You got my mind all fired up now. I'm like integrative finance, full service finance, like they do like integrative health, but this is integrative wealth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because the company that I work with, FinFit, right? So they've got a really cool name right there, FinFit, the Fin from financial, the Fit from fitness, because they believe that they're all about health, wealth, and the time to and the lifestyle to enjoy it, or the time to enjoy your life. And so they've kind of already combined those into that great itty bitty name of FinFit. But I don't want to use the company name in the group, the group name. I mean, I'll talk about it here and there as part of the group, but I don't want it to be part of the title.
Yeah, it's about money. Is it? What's MON? MON? MON?
Yes.
Like
Yes, because our founder's concept was just like, well, it's great to be physically fit, but if you don't have the money to enjoy your life, what's good is all that health? And then on the flip side, what good is all the money in the world if you're not healthy to go and enjoy that? So really be fit, you have to have both the finances and the health.
So wealth is health, right? So you can do WISH, wish. Wealth is health. So the health is financial health, physical health, mental health, spiritual health.
Okay.
How does that sound? Oh, okay.
Mom is here. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we put the group name is called wish, it's like wealth is health, then wealthiness, wealth is doesn't mean that just about money. So wealth is health. So your health incorporate your spiritual, physical, mental, what is it? Spiritual health, mental health. Do you put emotional health, physical health, and financial health? So that is this thing to cover everything.
So what's the I?
Wish, wealth is health. Wealth is health, then it's WISH. It's just something you can make up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wish.
I'm like, because on like the I could be the insurance part of it.
Oh yeah, you can. Like it's something like we like come up with the name and then you come up with the acronym. It's like you can do freedom, but what's F stand for? What's R stand for? What's E stand
Right. Mm-hmm.
like just maybe again meditate, like Alicia shared, like she just when she meditated, and then she was like had the ideas that I need to go to Sprout, and then she went and someone just say, hey, I want to buy a house, and she was like, what? Allow the divine what upstairs have got for us is like you feel it and you'll come up.
Yeah, I put a bunch of the letters into like one of those word generator things. and it came up with stuff. And at first I had like, it even come up with, I could put together white wolf, and I had something for all the letters, but I'm like, white wolf, that's kind of cool. But then I'm like, yeah, but wolves are like loners, and no, I want this to be a group thing. I don't want that loner concept to come
Okay.
in.
What's your favorite animal?
Oh,
Owl is almost like use the same letters as wolf.
yes, and owls are they actually have the brain like the size of a walnut, but their association is wisdom. So I like that.
Mm. Yeah.
It should be something, different and unique and catchy because there's so many of the same names around finance.
Mm.
And like this one guy I follow, who I love his book, you probably read it, is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And it's like, who doesn't want to read that book? It's not like
Right.
the right way to finance, he's like, I'm going to teach you to be rich. Do you want to read my book? Yes. Done.
Mm. Mm. Okay. So write down all these different vocabulary and see which one you're drawn to it.
Yeah, I like the owl. I want to add something to that,
Mm.
but I like using the owl. I would love to use an owl as part of the graphic for it.
Mm.
Yeah, that would be nice. All right. Yeah, I'm going to think on that, and I'll put some of the names together and do a poll.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right. So love you all. Be confident, be you. I'll see you guys next week. So today is module 6. So next week will be module 7. We just go around the cycle.
Oh, okay. Wait. So as far as the modules, and I didn't print out the cover page. It started out, it was like it was only a PDF, and I'm hoping I had the right one because it starts out with getting clear on your current reality. Was that the right one?
Yeah, the 7 days booklet, but
Yeah.
I wanted you to look at psychology and the limiting belief.
Because I was gonna say, oh, I'll print this out, and then I'm like, it's 62 pages.
I know. I have it.
All right, so the psychology and what was the other part?
The limiting belief. Yeah.
Limiting beliefs. Okay. All right. So I'll print those 2 sections out.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh,
And is
here it
that for next Monday?
No, this one is for today. So,
Oh,
next week will
so that
be-
was the part I missed.
yes. So next week will be module 7. Module 7 would be today we've done the body, the soul. So next week will be the rapport, inner circle.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I had missed a previous post about what we were supposed to go over, but I didn't see this until yesterday. I was like, oh my God, one day is not enough time for me to go through 62 pages.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I probably would need to cut the but I actually also want you guys to have this booklet, so I'll be more clear about what to prepare. Yeah. Because I'll put in extra because there's a book called Gratitude is from The Secret. So that book is actually will be good to start with reading that and practicing that.
Yes, I've read all those books.
All right. So Christine, for tomorrow for our individual meeting, tomorrow night, what's your schedule like?
Oh, tomorrows are bad for me. Tuesdays I am booked solid.
Okay. So what your Wednesday night will be, what's your Wednesday night?
Okay. Wednesday. Where's my schedule? Where's my mouse? My mouse is not working.
Yeah. Alicia, we'll finish here. I'm just making a time to see.
Oh, wow. It's really not.
Okay.
All right. See you next week, but pop in everything, your win and share.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
can we
you.
get this? I was gonna say, why am I not being able to switch tabs? And it was still sharing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm leaving. You two have a good
Alright, take care.
night and day. Bye.
Thank you. All right, let me get to my calendar here.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. All right, I have something at 8 p.m. my time.
Mhm. How about your Thursday then? Because your Wednesday will be my Thursday. My Thursday is pretty booked up up till my 3 p.m. So we need to meet in my morning, which is your evening. So then will be my Friday, which is your Thursday evening. What's your Thursday evening?
Okay,